get to what we're doing today. All right, so what I'm going to be doing is the ring pour, and I'm going to have the gold pearls. What I'm doing different that she didn't do is I'm going to take the paint and put it on the edges. I'm going to pour some gold. This is not extreme sheen. This is just the Artist Loft Old Gold. So I'll put it around the edges. But the first thing we got to do is prep the canvas. So my videos are going to be for the newbies, because I'm relatively new myself. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. So you got to prep your canvas. So we got the painter's tape. You make sure you put it around, all the way around. And then you're going to come in and burnish it down, meaning just do it like that, all the way around. Make sure it's sticking good. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and squirt the canvas and get it ready to tighten it up. Let me sit it right here. Go ahead and rub that in. I like to rub that in good. And just shake that, let that get tightened up right there. Okay. Now let me go over some colors. Like I said, this is the old gold. So let me just go ahead and just plop some down in the corners. It has, I did mix this with the Floetrol. This is just to help the paint go over. And I just wanted to make sure I had gold. Okay. Okay. All right, so what she did, what we have here is black. And I made these pretty thick. You can use any color black. Let me make sure the light is on there. This one right here is our Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue. And into this, it's also really thick, very thick. I want these rings to be very defined. Okay, so into that, I added, where is it at? Here we go. This product is the Opal Glitter by Win Modern Art. She's a YouTuber, so I did order that from her. Inside the black, I wasn't even going to give these people a shout out, but I added black glitter from Stone Cold Countertop. That's a whole nother video. I'm very disappointed with them. The next product, or the next color, is a mix of True Navy by Apple Barrel with Artist Loft. This is Phthalo Blue. Okay, and you get this nice, this beautiful dark blue color. I love that color. And the last color I have is problematic little color. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm praying it doesn't mess up my painting. But it's a combination of the Prussian blue and Grumbacher's phthalo green. So that's all the colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and get busy here. I think this is set up a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what we're working with here. Sure that you can see what I'm mixing. So we got this cup. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the black at the bottom. About a third of the black. We're going to come in. I'm going dark, light, dark, light. Come in with half of that. This is my main color. This blue is the main color. Half of that. And come in with a little problem child, which I hope is not going to be too much of a problem. I'm going to be very pissed if it is. Okay. Starting back with black. This is going to be dark now. And the rest of this, I'm going to sit it down there because I want to make sure I scrape all of that out. Okay. We're going to come here with this. Same thing. Make sure you scrape all of that out. And the problem child. Okay. Get that scraped out. Alrighty. And we have a little bit of black, so we can go ahead and the black is going to actually pour off. So it doesn't matter if you put that extra up there. I'm just hoping it doesn't take over, because black is strong and it can take over. All right. So what I want to do is I want to pour let's see. I want to pour big rings. No, I want fine rings. So we're going to start in the center. Ah, that cobalt is looking beautiful. And catch that drip. All right. Now, because of where I stay, I don't have access to the torch. So what I have to use is a heat gun. So bear with me if it's making too much noise. Okay, let me set that down safely. Move stuff out the way because I don't have a huge room to work with. So let me move some stuff out the way here. Because I do have, this is another trick that you want to make sure. If I like to make stuff out of skins, so I do have the freezer paper under here so that I can just let that dry and peel the skins off. Okay. Welcome to part 2 of the golden tree. And basically what we have here is the background. Did not turn out at all like what I wanted. So last night I was looking at it and thinking that this part right here is not, it's still a little wet right there. This part is fine for the golden tree. So I have the roots coming here, the branches going out this way, and that looking like the leaves. So I put some gold glitter in here. Over here I put some bluish green glitter because what I want to do on this part is to do a second pour. Don't know how this is going to turn out. We're just basically trying to recover and see what can happen. You may not ever even get to see this video because I might dump the whole video, but we'll see. Basically what I'm trying to do is just do a ring pour right here. I want to pour it off this corner, this in here. I want to leave this pretty much intact right here. So, let me see if I can take that down. The part that I don't want. I kind of don't want it from here to here. Let's see, how far over? We can take it maybe like right there. So basically it can do whatever it wants in this part right here. So right before, we got the golden Arteza Stream Sheen Gold. I'm going to put that in the center. And like I said, this is part 2. Now, real quick, I'm going with these colors. This is the Color Shift. What is that? Aqua Flash. I mixed these two colors, which I'm out of this, Phthalo Cyan Blue by our Master's Touch, and the Grumbacher Prussian Blue. I went with a brighter blue this time. It kind of comes out like that color. This is Artist Love's Phthalo Blue. I didn't do all that custom mixing. I just did just a plain blue. I had just any color black. And here's my pour. Wish me luck on this. More color shift than I had planned on having. All right. Well, we definitely have some rings. I like the fact that we have the dark blue over here. I really wish that this was not, and the thing is, this was the lowest amount for it to just jump out like this. When I tell you that this pour has definitely been a challenge, let me go ahead and hit, like I said, I don't have access to the torch, so let me just pop in the bubbles with my heat gun. I kind of want to keep this half, this side can go off. That's what it's looking like to me. Okay, y'all. Let's see what happens this time. The joys of painting, right? I'm gonna go a little slower. I like the fact that I do have rings this time. You'll be able to see this. Let me turn it upside down. Take it to that top, the corner, and that. Basically, what I want to see, this part right here, this part can be part of the tree. So I kind of want like a portal so that my butterflies can just kind of fly off into this portal. And I think that's what I'm going to get this time. I think we're almost there. I need to come over the tape. Alright, let's take it back down. Let me turn it around so you can see what we're working with here. So you guys can see it came out perfect. It does look like a portal. And that's what I wanted. I wanted the look of like a portal. I want this part right here to come down just a tad little bit more. All right. Now that I can work with. Let me go ahead. No. No, I'm gonna have to do that because I touched it. Ugh. Sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. Now, granted, I can cover that up. But let's see. If we can get, if it's finished, truly finished, traveling down there. It looks like it's finished, guys. So I'm gonna have to come up with an alternative for this area. But this is perfect because what I want to do is have the tree come this way, the golden tree, the branches and everything doing that. And then I want to have the butterflies looking like they're going into a portal. And bringing that brighter blue in was great. I'm very happy that all of that, this color right here, kind of poured off, but it actually helped develop. What I need to do, since we've had that issue here, is to come in and just wipe this. Yeah, because you know the canvas under there will work good. Okay, so that I'm hoping this tape it doesn't pull off anything important, because I will be pissed, because I really should have let this dry more. But I was just determined to go ahead and get this out the way. And that worked out great. You have that line of demarcation. Once this actually dries though, that'll be beautiful. The gold tree, like I said, is going to be huge. I'm going to do a huge gold tree. I am going to go ahead and put this stuff around the bottom of the tree and up here as I'm spray painting the leaves. Pretty pleased with that. I kind of wish that some of these gold things were not messing with my lines right here, that you can see the lines better. And I really do wish that that wasn't going on, but this part is looking nice. What do you guys think? So what I have to do is I'm going to pause the video here, because now I'm going to have to let this dry, and then I'll come back and do the tree. Now the tree is just simply going to be made out of hot glue and gold leaf. So I pretty much don't have to show you what I did for that. You know, when I come back, what I'll do is I'll already have the gold on here, the tree on here with the gold leaf. It's simply just putting down the design with a hot glue gun and then rubbing gold leaf over it. Very simple process. So we'll go ahead and have that done here. I may leave a few undone so you can see what how I did it. But I'm very pleased with that recovery right there. All right, see you in a few. So as you can see, I did go ahead and do the gold leaf on the tree. We are on part 2 of the golden tree, and part 3 will be when we actually apply the resin and apply the foliage to the tree. The foliage is going to be on the ground. We're going to have your regular potpourri. I'm going to crush that up, and we're going to have this potpourri that's been painted and glitter attached to it. So this will be our top foliage. It is fragile, so I'm going to apply it in the resin itself. I'm not going to mess with it now. I was going to try to do the PVA glue. No. Okay, and I know I told you guys that I was going to do one more layer on the butterfly, but I got carried away. So these are the butterflies now. And I promise I'm finished. Now, how I did the butterflies, let me show you up close. And those are our butterflies we're working with now. And what I used for the butterflies, they're still sticky back. So remember, these are the mirrors that we're decorating. I actually put, for the head, I use this product right here, the jewel tape that my friend Sue Hughes sent to me. Thank you, Sue. Okay. I used this product. Decorum UV Resin Hard Type. It's a pretty good sized bottle. I only use drops at a time, but it's very strong. That's what we're looking at and what we're working with. Okay, so you just use this with UV lighting. And since I was using the UV lighting for this, what I also used were these products, fingernail polish. So I went over the butterflies with this silver fingernail polish just around the edges, and this is just a clear top coat. So basically I put another fingernail polish. Do I have it? Oh, hold on. Thought I had everything. Yes, here we go. Alright, so I use this regular fingernail polish, Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails with the glitter in it. I use that all over. And then I let that dry, came back, and then I applied my glitters. What I'm using today for the top, for the large butterfly, and this is for the small one, and then I use this product for both. So this one right here is Silver Sparkle Holographic Glitter. Let me show you what it looks like. Oh my God, look at that. That is so beautiful. You see that shimmer? I'm gonna be doing an opal geode, and I'm definitely gonna have some of this in. This one is called Raspberry Jewel Chunky Glass Glitter. And that's what the large butterfly has on. And then the baby butterfly, well, the smaller butterfly has this. This one is called the Purple Passion Glass Glitter. All three of these glitters came from Laura's Art Corner. Check her out. I'll put her website in the description box. She has some amazing products and great customer service. So that's how we're doing these. And then I coated them again with the top coat and put them under the UV light. So this is what we'll be using. Okay, I'm gonna put these over here out the way. This product right here, simple, just any old gilding sheets. This one is called Creative Concepts Leaf Metal. And all you do is I took my hot glue gun, I did a little busy pattern up and down right here. You saw me do these, and let that dry, harden, and then you just take the sheets and you take a paintbrush, you lay the sheets over, and then you just press them on. And then you come back and clean things up using your paintbrush. You know, you'll have stuff around the edges. Now, some of this stuff is not going to be seen because it's going to be up in the foliage. So I don't really care too much about it. But definitely this edge right here, I've been going back and forth over that because that needs to be super clean. And this back edge needs to be super clean. So you see how that loose right there, with it being loose? I don't want a lot of loose. Either it needs to get up in there or it needs to come off. Move these out the way. And that's pretty much all we have to do for this. I just wanted to come back and let you see what we're working with. Where we are now, knocking this off. Now the next step is to dam it up, and once we actually get the damming of the project, then we'll be ready to pour the resin. What I'm going to do, go ahead and let you know real quick about the placement. The reason I have a large and small butterfly, I want to imply depth. So the large butterfly, the small butterfly is going to be off in the distance. With it being smaller, it's implying that it's further away. And then I have it in that glitter. So it'll be like it's flying off. This one, being that it's closer, is implying that, you know, that we have distance here. And then I'm going to lay it on top of one of these trees. I'll let it overlap, and that will imply depth. That is actually up all, you know, flying through the air. So once I lay that whole resin, and I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna put this one sandwiched in between the layers. This one is gonna go flat and get the resin poured over it to help with that depth perception. Okay, so that's where we stand right now as far as prepping the canvas. The next step for our prep, like I said, is to dam it. Let me get my tape. If you're a newbie, you definitely need to work on this. And this is not easy to do with gloves on. I'm going to tell you that right now. So I use I dam everything, especially with resin. You know, I like to just dam my products. I don't like to just have resin flowing over. I don't know if I'm cheap or what. What does that imply? But basically, when you're damming it, I'm lining it up. I don't know if you'll be able to see this well. I'm lining it up and just making sure that it's burnished down like that. So let me go ahead and do this, because it's not rocket science. I don't know if you can see it. I like to do it in my lap. So I don't know if you can see it well. We still have the tape on the bottom. Protecting the, you know, the bottom piece. I usually don't double, I usually single, but I'm trying not to use too much resin. And since I know I'm going to use those two layers, because I'm trying to apply that depth, I don't want to have to come back and use a third layer. I just want to use 2 layers. This is not a geode. You know, I usually say my 3 layers for the geodes. And that's it. Now, what you want to do, it's on there. Now what I like to do is come back. I need to make sure that it's not on the product itself, that it's kind of standing up. I like to make sure that the corners are pinched a little so that they're together. And I do come along and burnish it. I'm trying to keep, because resin definitely is self-leveling, and it will find that little area. If you give it a space to go to, it will definitely take and ooze out, and then there you are. You have to do another layer, wasting up your money and your product and your time. All right, let me just come on this back side real quick. Not that this part is important, but I like to go ahead on and just do it anyway. I'm trying to, anything will help mode. And I should have got all this dang gold leaf up in here, because the gold leaf is in the way of the tape on this back side, but it's okay. All right, so it is now prepped and ready, and there you have it. So stay tuned for part 3 when we actually pour the resin. Part 3 will also be in 2 parts because we're going to do 1 layer. I'll have to let that dry, come back and do the 2nd layer, let that dry, and then I'll bring you the dry results. See you later. Make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up button if you like the video. All right, bye-bye. So here we are. I have, I've actually, this piece, and some of these down here, I've already attached with the hot glue gun. But the rest of this up here has no attachments. There's one piece that's attached there. The pieces that absolutely had to stay where they're, you know, where they are, I went ahead and attached. I mean, for my benefit. Like the butterfly, she's attached. She's attached really nicely. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is pretty much just drizzle. Normally I would have this up on the the cups. I got the cups right there. I should probably still do that because who knows, there might be some type of drippage. And I would have this back part supported. My supports are over there under the other paintings. Bear with me, y'all, while I set this up. I'm just deciding now I want to do this. All right. And the reason I didn't think I would need to do it is because I'm drizzling the resin. I'm not doing the full-blown pour. Now, if I was doing the full-blown pour, it's a given. You know, it's kind of like a given that it would be, you know, it would be up. But since I was just doing a drizzle, I was kind of feeling like, oh, we don't need to have it up. And all I'm doing, like I said, is just drizzling it on. What I want to do is give this drizzle a time to adhere, and then do the pour. I thought about it and I was like, I do not want, I've got the tree pieces placed exactly where I want them placed, and I don't want anybody moving. So definitely make sure you drizzle along the edge here, so that those pieces, and my cup is getting warm, so that those pieces will definitely be adhere to it. Put a little bit over the little Miss Butterfly over there. Let me see, I did, those are down, everybody else is down, I think. Let me just drizzle right here in the center. Because I put some little loose little crumbs right here. So I don't want those crumb pieces moving either. I want everybody to stay right where I have you. I might need to crunch up a few more pieces. I didn't want to put too many of the crumbs in here because I wanted you to be able to see through the tree to the background. So I wanted it to be a dramatic difference between this and the branches. So I didn't put a lot of crumbs down here. Okay. I'm very pleased with how it's coming. Like I said, my pieces are multimedia, so they don't actually be flat on the canvas at all. I do not really like flat. But all in all, I'm pretty pleased with what we're working with here. I'm going to leave it sitting up like this and let that dry I probably won't get back to it today. So one more day and we'll have this finished. Okay, so this is supposed to be the final coat. So, do you want to guess what happened this time? OMG. Well, I got the butterfly on. Just popping these bubbles. Okay, so after this video, we'll have the final product. Hopefully this time. Hopefully this time. Look at that.